What's up, y'all? It's your boy Andre, man. We back again with another episode of Making Dollars and Cents with my guy Ron Cunningham.
What's up, Dre? How you been this week, man?
I'm good, man. How you doing, man? Grinding.
Good. I'm just, rolling along, doing these episodes, getting this information out here.
I'm trying to get some money, man. I'm trying to get some money, man. Look, I was running around with you early this week, man.
Yeah.
Meeting after meeting. Ron, don't stop. Look. Let me tell you something. This dude don't stop.
Nah, man.
We bouncing Beverly Hills, Bel Air, back to Beverly Hills, back to Sherman Oaks, back to Studio City. Look, it's amazing though, but this dude don't stop, and that's the grind, man. You gotta be on it.
We was out with Ryan. Yeah, we went out and looked at some $20 million properties. Yeah, we saw some real good stuff, man. Yeah. Man, look, and it's always amazing, man. But look, check it out. We got a crazy episode today, right? Oh man.
With someone who's extremely important in the financial world, man. And it's a blessing to be able to even have her here.
Yeah.
Because her schedule's so crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate her coming out, and I'm gonna let Ron do the formal introduction, man. But I just want to say I appreciate you coming out. You know what I'm saying? This gonna be a great one for y'all.
Well, this young lady that we're gonna bring to the table next used to work at my office. She ran my shop for about 3 or 4 years. Back when loan modifications were popular, we were stopping sales, we were modifying, we were refining, we were keeping people in their homes when the banks were coming at them. Like, it was a busy time. About back 14, 15, yeah, maybe even early as like 2012, it started getting crazy. But like right around 14, 15, they just start foreclosing on a lot of people. We got in position and had our office out in Beverly Hills, and people would come and sit down, talk it out, and we would work scenarios out with them in the bank. We would have the bank work up a situation where they can get a restart. And we call it a loan modification or some type of forbearance plan, whatever it could be. We would just help our clients out. So she ran my shop, man, for years and was a dedicated employee, dedicated friend, dedicated business partner, if you will. And she's circled back around. She got out in the game on her own, started doing her own thing. Now has a business called the Lux Legacy Agency. And really, really good friend of mine. I'd like to bring her to the table. Her name is Rochelle Love, y'all. How you been?
I've been wonderful.
It's good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
What up?
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Told you we was gonna do something one of these days.
I see.
Got you here. Yeah. So we understand that you've been doing a whole lot of things. I mean, kind of catch me up on who you are. Let everybody know what you've been doing.
Yes.
Take it from there.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm Rochelle Love out of Los Angeles. I'm a Los Angeles native. I went to Crenshaw High.
Shout out to Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Well, Ron introduced me to the real estate game, and I just expounded upon it.
That's what's up.
And I've taken it to a whole nother level for me and mine.
As you should.
And it's about legacy. And so that's really why I named the company the Lux Legacy Agency.
That's right.
I'm all about teaching financial literacy. I'm going to become HUD certified so I can help these individuals get into these homes, stay in their homes, and expand to investing.
Talk to him.
So that's beautiful to hear. I mean, speaking of homes, what have you been hearing lately about keeping especially minorities in homes? I understand B of A has some kind of new grant rollout. What do you know about that? What are your findings so far?
Well, you know what? I just want to give this first disclaimer because I am a commercial loan broker.
Okay.
I'm a business strategist, and I help small businesses get structured correctly so they can get funded and get the bag.
Okay.
So here's what I know about the Bank of America grant program. I know that they are going to be rolling out to 5 cities, starting with Miami, Charlotte, Detroit,
D-Town,
Dallas, and Los Angeles.
Oh, we in there.
We are in the house.
Okay, right here at home.
So this is an opportunity for not just us, but our community, our first-time home buyers. Get in a home.
Let's do it.
With no money down.
Okay.
They're giving a grant away.
Okay.
17 G's. So, there's nothing to sniff at. It's something to really be excited about.
What is it again? It's how much?
17 G's.
$20,000 grant? No,
$17,000.
Grant means what?
A grant means you don't have to pay it back.
No loan.
No loan.
17,000. You ain't paying nothing back.
Man, I'll take that any day.
But you know what? There are restrictions and there are requirements. So it's up to each individual to do their due diligence so that they can continue to stay in the home
Okay.
and thrive.
Okay.
Because we really want it to be more of generational wealth.
Exactly.
And how we begin to get the generational wealth is using real estate.
Okay. Okay.
You taught me that, Ron.
Well, I'm glad you listened. Most people don't. I've had so many people that didn't listen, but I'm glad you took it in.
Yes.
I took a few notes down. So
Okay.
basically, I mean, you're speaking now on how it can benefit the community by a person owning a piece of property. Like, what are
Absolutely.
your thoughts on how it can benefit the family? What can happen if you own a piece of real estate opposed to rent?
Okay, well, right now in California, we know that there is a housing crisis.
Everybody's talking about it every day.
There's not enough homes.
And it's a homeless crisis.
So what are we going to do about it? People are
Try
either
this
going
program.
to, well,
It's something better than nothing.
here, that's
That's how I
what I'm
look at it.
saying. It's
Yeah.
like either you're going to continue to rent
Be homeless.
or the latter.
homeless.
I don't know which one y'all gonna pick.
I prefer not the latter. But if you have to go and move in with someone, that's the time. Go ahead and move in. Save up the money so you can be educated
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the surprises that come with home ownership.
Okay. Okay. Well, basically, walk us through it. We understand there's a $17,000 grant, meaning you don't have to pay the loan back or don't have to pay the money back. It's not a loan. But once you are qualified,
Okay.
tell people really what the benefits are. I mean, let's read down the list.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I know.
Yeah.
They are not looking so stringently on the FICO
Okay.
score. So usually we tell them in our business, we're looking at a 620 or more,
Okay.
620 or better.
Okay, that's doable.
So they're saying, you know what? We're going to overlook that. We're going to lower the curtain, lower the barents, and allow people to come in that have been paying on their credit cards, their insurance,
Alternative credit. Okay.
alternative
Just so that you're
credit.
paying on time.
Anything
Absolutely.
else?
You're paying
Yeah.
something.
Alternative, meaning that it doesn't necessarily have to report the credit, like insurance. Insurance doesn't report. Like a phone bill?
A phone bill.
So they don't report the credit. Okay. Like a
A
gas
utility?
bill? Guilty.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And
great.
we all got something that we paying on, right? We all got something, whether it's like you said, a phone bill or
Yeah.
insurance bill that we're paying on something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's easy work.
That doesn't get reported. So you don't even get credit for a lot of this stuff. Sometimes we pay on bills and get no credit, meaning that you get no positive feedback from a credit company or a score because they just don't report to these
They
agencies.
don't
Yeah.
report
You
to
know?
the agency.
Yeah.
And so one of the other things that I really want people to understand, to tap in with the Bank of America, they have a website and it's, like I said, it's a pilot program.
Okay.
So they started with those 5 cities, but I believe it's going to be a national program that everybody will be able to participate.
Okay. Okay. I've been hearing a lot of everybody has a different opinion. Me, I'm one of the guys that say get the bag, worry about it later. If there's free money on the table, I'm gonna take it. What's the alternative to taking money?
I don't want to even say it because I will say it.
What? You can say it. What's the alternative? You don't take the bag.
You
What is
just
it?
asked out.
Oh,
Okay.
You ain't get
we
the
see
bag. You don't
plenty
take
of
the
that.
bag. You ain't gonna get the bag.
I can't go down the street without seeing one of these new tents, popping up somewhere.
Yeah.
So those are some
Yeah,
people that
especially
probably need
in
to
LA.
sit down and listen. Yeah, there's tents popping up everywhere. I see just as many new houses being built as I do tents.
Yeah.
And it's a sad case. I've never seen such a disparity in my life.
Yeah.
And I really would like to get in a position where I can help those people. Hopefully some of them can tune in and listen to this podcast and start applying. I mean, some of these people that are homeless would even be able to apply because all you have to do is have a job and a 620 score from what I'm hearing.
And it seemed like a great opportunity because, as we know, people that live in LA, it's expensive.
It is expensive.
You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
God.
So it's like
Oh my God.
when an opportunity like this arise, you got to get on it and just learn about it. It don't take nothing to take 5, 10, 15 minutes out your day and just learn about the program.
And reading is fundamental. I mean, really.
Agreed.
Reading is fundamental. The mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Ooh.
And so, I mean, there's Audible books. So if you can't read, you can get a translator.
Okay.
I know a lot of us don't like to read.
Yeah.
I don't like to read.
I don't either. I'll be honest, I like audiobooks better too, but I do read. But I like audiobooks better if I have a choice. I'll pop something in on the way to work.
And some of us wasn't shit in school. Bleep that out.
Well, you
Wasn't
know
shit in
what?
school.
It doesn't matter what you was and wasn't,
Yeah.
because today is now,
Yeah.
and we're taking advantage of all the opportunities created for us by us.
That's right.
So it's no excuse not to be in the same place next year.
Exactly.
There's no excuse.
Right.
So we talking a lot about the program, right? But I want everybody to know, how does our community really benefit from this?
Wow, that's a good question, Dre. Our community benefits by coming together and
Okay.
sharing the information.
Got it.
Because if you got some information and you got some information, then we need to hold platforms like this.
Got it.
That's why we're here.
And share that information to disseminate it to our communities. Because I guarantee you, other communities are going to be jumping on this.
Yeah.
Although it has been flagged African American, Latino communities,
Yeah.
but it's open to everyone because they cannot discriminate.
Yeah.
And so I just need to say that this is not legal advice.
Yeah.
I'm not giving any legal advice, but I encourage everyone to read the fine print.
Got it. You know people don't like to read, including me. Including me. But nah, I mean, when it's important, it's important. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that be the reason we don't acquire wealth, because we don't go and do the due diligence that's needed.
That's it.
But I encourage everybody, man, look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm new to this as well. I'm hearing about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like everybody else. But I mean, do the due diligence, because it be so many plays that we miss out on because we don't go and look up on it. Same way with Bitcoin. It's a few people that got money off of Bitcoin.
A few.
Yeah.
A few.
Fab, no. It's a few people. We ain't gonna say no names, Tiffany. We ain't gonna say no names. No, but it's a few people that benefited off of new things coming out. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, we like, nah, we ain't messing with that Bitcoin. Well, I'm not messing with it. I don't trust it. Cool. But cast that's just, let me just throw a couple thousand at it. I was gonna go to Neiman's anyway.
Right.
I was gonna go to Nordstrom's anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, do your due diligence and learn these new programs, man, because
Good advice.
yeah, it could put you in a situation.
But speaking of that, just to piggyback on that, we always are first to get something. First to get those Jordans.
Oh yeah.
First to get the latest anything.
Rims.
So now it's like, take this into consideration.
Yeah.
You be the first in your family to be a homeowner.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And now let's teach our children
For sure.
how to disseminate this wealth
Wow.
and protect your assets. These are assets. It's not a liability.
Yeah.
And should, things get a little rocky because they say we're in a recession,
Yeah.
start thinking about your exit strategy.
Yeah.
That's the key. It's like, don't go into something not knowing how can I get out.
Yeah.
Have several options.
Yeah.
If you're in a house and somehow you get laid off, or unfortunately someone passes away, I got 4 rooms. I'm gonna rent them bad boys out.
Yeah. And look, and Ron said this to me a while ago, right? And it's like, other communities do this, and they'll hop in a house, they'll buy a house because everybody can't afford their own house. They'll buy a house, and there'll be 5 of them in one house, right? It'll be 5 of them in one house, and people, we laughing and stuff, especially our community, we laughing like, man, y'all cooped up in the house. Look at y'all dirty. Look, we, black people, we got jokes. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, everyone owns a piece of that house.
Yeah.
So now, we talking about everybody coming together and just owning something, as opposed to going to buy the Jordans, going to buy the Louis, going to buy the Gucci,
Yeah.
whatever the case
man,
may be.
that's so old. I've seen it to where one family was 10 people in a house.
Yeah.
Then it was 8. Then it was 4. But you go up and down the block, they own like 3 houses now.
Exactly.
So they all done split up. And before you know it, everybody got a house on that block 20 years later, and nothing's funny anymore.
Yeah.
It's all real. Everybody got their own house, start off at that one house, and everybody in the neighborhood and watched them do it in 20 years.
Yeah.
10 people,
Yeah.
10 houses.
Yeah. And it's like, you got to decipher, like, what's important.
What's important?
Once again,
Yeah.
like, I was cutting hair in Balenciagas when Balenciagas first was popping, and I was in the Balenciagas. You know what I'm saying? Buying designer all the time, every day. And you know what I'm saying? All the homies, my guy Fab was like, bro, why are you buying them shoes, fam? Like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nigga, stop. You know what I'm saying? And I had to get it out my system, right? Because when you first get money, what you want to do? You want to go spend it.
Where's those shoes now?
But where's
The Balenciagas?
Yeah, where they at right this second?
I
The
don't
ones you
know.
bought.
I don't know.
You don't even know where your
I don't
I don't
investment
even
is.
know.
But what about the circulation of that dollar, though?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
How long did it stay in our community?
It didn't.
Okay, but
It didn't.
that's
And
all I'm saying.
The crazy thing is we'll sit there and be like, they counting us out and they.
We
But as
count
soon as we get a
ourselves
bag, what we gonna do? We gonna go straight and go get a Benz.
And they're banking on that.
Yeah.
Oh, they build stuff for us on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
And-
And look who runs the swap meets. You
Yeah.
can't even see a black person run a swap meet.
Yeah, and I want to just be clear though too, like, and like I said, I get it, which is why I always speak on, like, I always say go get the stuff, because I get it, but at the same time, once you get through that and you start understanding, okay, cool, that was fun, I went to Cabo, that was great, cool. Once you understand that and you got through that, then it's, I need to buy something that's gonna make me money.
Well,
Because
how many years did it take you to get to where you are? Because you're not that young.
He's not done yet.
Yeah,
So how old are you now?
I'm 31.
So it took you at least, what, 11 years to get to this? I figure you start cutting around 20.
For sure.
So
Yeah.
11 years of wasted money.
Yeah.
And you average, imagine, $50,000 to $100,000 a year cutting hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
a lot of years and a lot of money. That's $1 million.
yeah, and I
income.
threw away a lot of money just touching, because especially with cutting hair, you making cash.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's easy to go spend the money, but later on, I start meeting people like Ron.
Yeah.
I start meeting people that were doing different things, and I was like, you know what? You gotta invest your money. And if I had invested my money, and I want y'all to take this real quick.
Yeah.
If I had invested my money when I first started cutting hair, right at really I started at 13, but professionally at 18. If I had bought a property, bought 2 properties, bought 3 properties, bought 4 properties, at this point, I'll be multi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We talking about at least 20 M's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I would have bought, you know what I'm saying? So I'm boo-boo the fool, but it's cool because I'm coming back with it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you live and you learn, brother. Don't knock
It's
yourself
double
out.
back.
It's about
Yeah.
who you surround yourself with.
Yeah. You live and you learn. And I went through the same lesson.
Okay.
I went and bought, Ferraris and Lambos
Yeah.
and every Benz and every new car that came out, I had to have it before the rappers were getting it. I'm 51. I've been in the business 25 years. And you can ask anybody, man, I've had the cars. I was known for having a decent car. At least I had one of the nicer cars when they came out. And I was spending 100 bands on them or whatever, or leasing them or whatever the case may be. Now, I drive a Prius. I'm over it. It's out of my system because it hurt
Right.
me so bad. So I learned, but it took me a lot longer to learn than it is you. I'm glad you're learning it in your early 30s. I was
Yeah.
still balling in my early 30s. I figured it out at 40. So I'm 11 years in the game myself of changing my mindset, buying property, getting
That's the key
investments in
word.
place,
That's the
buying
key word.
units. You know what I mean?
Mindset.
Mindset. So it took me a while too. So I'm just glad you're here earlier, a decade earlier than I figured it out. So,
Yeah, no, for sure.
So congratulations. At least you woke up early. You're not 50 running around with new Jordans on and no house.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then we talk about, we talking about mindset, right?
Yes.
And it's like, have that mindset and just understand, like, it's okay to have fun and enjoy yourself, but make them investments. You know what I'm saying? And with a program like what's going on with B of A, right?
Yeah.
With that type of program, and there's many programs that's out. With a program like that, it just gives an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But look into it.
Look
like
into
more
it.
than anything, look into it and just understand that you got an opportunity to do something.
Yeah.
And don't let them opportunities pass you by and then just be like, man, I could have bought Bitcoin 5 years ago. I would have been up. Don't
But
do
see,
that. You know what I
that's
mean?
the main key right
Yeah.
there, Dre. People sit back and they watch other people make moves. And you sit in the cut like, oh, they doing that? Well, like I tell my kids, we move in silence. But we're moving. We're not staying stagnant. So let's get moving. Let's get this information out there. Let's get our community up. let's get them checking into whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Take the HUD home buying program and just get educated.
For sure.
Okay. So basically, there's still a lot of information that we need to find out about this B of A situation. But I will be honest, I bought my first house or a second house with an 80-20 loan. That was what was out back when I was getting houses 17 years ago.
80-20, what is that?
80% first, 20% second, 100% financing.
For sure.
Very close to or mirrors a program like this, and it worked for me. I didn't have to put a down payment down. I even had the seller pay closing costs. I did some creative finance and got myself into a home that I'm still in today.
That's
so
cool.
Don't be so scared to get the money. Look into it. If you can afford it, talk it over with family members, have an exit strategy, get the bag. If they're offering money for free, what's your alternative? Not to have a house? To continue to rent, live with mama and them? What's the alternative? So if you got a better plan other than going to the bank and getting 100% financing, let me know. But until we find what that is, let's not beat up on the program. Let's see what it's all about. Let's utilize it. Let's make it work. And then we can refi into a better loan in the future. If it's a high interest rate, get the money, then refi. Pay your bills on time for a year, 2 years. Refi.
And
have a plan.
Yeah, that's
work
one
that
of the,
money.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they're really offering. They're looking at a way to qualify people, kind of like the no docs that they had before.
Yeah.
But they're saying if you're paying your bills already, you're paying your phone bill, you're paying your insurance, we're going to use that.
Right.
And then we can qualify you.
As a
So
form of credit, yeah.
California, well, really nationwide, there's a housing shortage. That's what we know.
Yeah.
So there's different regulations that have been instilled to say, go ahead and build an ADU in your backyard.
Right.
And house some families.
A lot of new programs out there, man. Just
This
stay
is
alert.
what we want people to know. Just go on get a good realtor. I know you know one.
And better yet, get a good loan officer, because loan officers are the one fighting with the banks on your behalf. The loan officers know more than the realtors. So remember that too. A good mortgage broker, like myself, would know what programs to put you in depending on your situation. It all depends on your personal situation, so nothing's just cut. You might have a 620, he might have a 720. You guys would apply for two different type of loans and have two different kind of outcomes. But the beauty of it is both of you guys can get into a house. One interest rate might be a little higher, one down payment might be a little higher. At the end of the day, if you can get into stuff where you're not putting 20% down, 15% down, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Use other people's money.
Other people's money.
Period. And then get yourself into something. Other than that, you're paying rent or living uncomfortable at mom and them house still. Either way, it's still whack. You might as well be spending the money on a house that you can get with the 100% financing.
That's it.
Pay a little higher interest rate, refinance it in a year or two. Refi means you'll go back to the bank, show that you've been paying these bills on time, and they'll give you a lower interest rate. They'll give you credit for a good payment history. You got to make your payments on time, though. Can't go in there saying, I missed 6 months, I lost my job, or, baby daddy didn't pay the bill, I fell back because this. No, you got to continue to make those payments on time.
Absolutely.
So the banks will respect you when you walk in with your application. That's how it works.
And when you have that good credit, I want to tell you, go ahead and get that HELOC. Get $150,000, but only use $50,000.
Yeah.
And sit on the money.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
invest it.
Yeah, invest it. You always want your money to be flipping, because money's currency. If you're sitting on it, then it ain't making money. So you always want to take it, touch it when you have a plan for it. You don't want to take 50 out and have to payment on it, and it ain't doing nothing. You might owe just as much as it costs you to take it. You might cost you $500 a month to take out 50,000, and if you ain't doing nothing with it, you're paying $500 a month out of your pocket on it.
Wow.
But if you invest it, say in a house like in Detroit, you put it in a $50,000 house, you get yourself a tenant that's paying you $1,200. Now that 50's working for you. You
like
flipped
that.
it. You flipped it. You're doubling the money. That's how you want to work it. So you want to have a plan first, grab the money, and then utilize it.
Yeah. And there y'all have it. You know what I'm saying? There y'all have it. Look, first of all, get you a team.
Get your team.
Get educated.
Read.
You know what I'm saying? Do your due diligence.
Read.
Go do your research. It ain't nothing to hop online. And this community especially, it's access. It ain't like back in the day where you didn't know what the information was and only certain people had certain information. Look, you can go online, go look up the information, pick up the phone. You can call us directly. You know what I'm saying? I always throw my number out there, 818-561-0124. I'm always throwing my information out there because I want y'all to call me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to break it down so everybody can get it, because you got a lot of communities that make it difficult. We think it's difficult, and in reality it's like it's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, and I always say I'm a person that came from nothing, from the south side of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Grew up in Silmar, California. So the things that I'm doing now with real estate and with credit and finances is remarkable. But what it is I got out there and I seek the information.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I got out there and I met mentors. I got out there and I made connections, and I went and built a team. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this shit by myself. Bleep it out. I can't do this stuff by myself. You know what I'm saying? But build a team. You know what I'm saying? And it's all about putting yourself. And don't be selfish with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because people, I'm not into credit and I'm not into real estate.
No stingy energy.
But check it out. It ain't about you. It's about your seed. It's about your family. It's about your kids. It's about your nieces and nephew.
Legacy.
The little homie that in the hood where he ain't got no role model to look up to, and you the only cat that he see. So don't say to yourself, "Oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I figured it out. I don't mess with them loans." Like, go seek the information for your people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be somebody.
Yeah.
God put you here for a reason. Use it. Be somebody while you down here. We're only down here, 80 to 100 years. You know, be somebody while you're here. Leave something for your legacy. We're gonna let you close it out. Give us 3 tips we need to know.
Well, first of all, I would just suggest everyone just tap in. There are resources. I host a weekly class called In the Black. We talk about financial literacy. We talk about education. We talk about generational wealth.
And where can they find that?
They can find it on Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
And you can follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
In the Black Wealth Community. Or you can follow me at Rachelle, the Real Estate Plug.
That's what's up.
And so I'm just excited to be here and share this information with you fellas. I appreciate it.
No problem. No problem. That's what this podcast is all about. And Dre, as you always say, at the end of each podcast, you got to give them gems, baby.
Check it out. Like we always say, look, I'll get you qualified. You know what I'm saying? I want to be sure about that. I want y'all to understand, I will get you qualified. If you in a position where you're not sure how you're going to go get the bag, you know what I'm saying? You stacking up your money, whatever the case may be, and you trying to get qualified, I'll get you qualified.
Yes.
And I'll close your loan.
Ooh. And I will educate you on the financial piece.
I love it, y'all.
Look, there
Thank you so much.
There we have it. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in again for another episode of Making Dollars and Cents podcast with Andre,
Rachelle, and Ron Cunningham. Thank you so much. Real Quest in the house, y'all.